The Cyprus oil and gas sector is very new and promising. Renewable energy technologies are also a growing sector, attracting great interest for investment. How can we get involved in driving these promising sectors forward and realize the full potential and value they have to offer for entrepreneurs, investors, and the economy? My guest today is a key person to give us the right answers. Andy Varochotis, welcome to Entrepreneur Insights.
Thank you, Pavlina, for having me on your show.
Thank you. Andy Varochotis is the president of the Cyprus Oil and Gas Association, whose aim is to represent and advocate industry views and develop effective proposals to the government for the development of the sector. He is also the chairman of the Harvest Stargate Energy Fund Limited and the CEO of Harvest for Energy Limited, where he is responsible in advising governments and corporations on energy technologies and strategies. He is a member of the Cyprus Board of Trade, member of the Cyprus Chamber of Commerce and Industry Tourism Board, and an ambassador of tourism with the Cyprus Tourism Organization. He is a frequent speaker on geopolitics, energy economics, capital markets, and East Mediterranean hydrocarbon developments. He is also a registered representative with the New York Stock Exchange and a licensed investment manager with the Ministry of Finance. Andy, your background experience is very impressive. I couldn't cover everything in my intro. Can you give us a little bit more info about your background and how you decided to specialize in asset management, the energy sector, and the oil and gas industry?
Well, Pavlina, the story is long. Our time is limited, but I'm going to try in a few minutes to explain to you the potential of the industry and how we got involved into this. During my studies in the United States, I was staying in New York and I was following finance and investment management. And it came to my attention through one of our professors that Wall Street was about to boom at the time. So on a site visit on the New York Stock Exchange, I fell in love with the idea of becoming a licensed financial advisor in New York. And this is what I did. My target was achieved. I did my licenses. I became a registered representative with the New York Stock Exchange, and then I got involved into the valuation of companies, trading of companies, brokerage of companies, and direct investment advice into specific sectors. One of the sectors of key interest was the oil and gas. Of course, it's the largest industry in the world. It has the more money, I would say, out there, and it was a very promising market, which I did my specialization, and in particular in commodities trading, or as we call them, the futures of the oil and gas business. Upon my return in Cyprus, I continued with my own petite investment firm, and commodities and oil and gas was always of high priority in our portfolio, and also the recommendations that we gave out to interested investors at the time. Now, this is a new sector in Cyprus. The more recent developments, they're about 5 or 6 years old. In 2011, we were lucky and we struck gas in our exclusive economic zone. Therefore, there was a great potential for the Eastern Mediterranean to become a point of interest for international firms. Companies came from the United States of America, from France, from Italy, and they showed interest in the exploration activities on our fields in the exclusive economic zone again. And we got involved into the project of try to attract more interested companies, establish their base here, and service the entire region, not only Cyprus as such, but we have the Egyptian area, we have Israel, we have Lebanon, and nowadays Greece might come to play as well. So Cyprus is strategically positioned in the middle of a very hot, I would say, energy and geopolitical area. And this is what we try to achieve. We're trying to get the attention for the big players, the majors, the independent companies, the multinational corporations to come and invest in Cyprus, get the tax benefits out of Cyprus, and at the same time create job opportunities, create new opportunities for the entire economy of Cyprus.
Great. So what do you think are the two main things that Cyprus needs to really pay attention to to drive this sector of oil and gas forward and make it a leading industry that will help the economy, help everyone actually in Cyprus? What are the 2-3 main things that we really need to pay attention to now?
Well, I will start from government policy, first of all, legislation and government policy. We need to set a long-time vision for the energy sector. We need a strategy. And the strategy is going to be structured by the government. It's not going to be structured by the independent companies or the individuals. So there must be a framework of ease of operation of these multinationals. We must be able to show them hospitality, to accommodate them, and to offer them every possible assistance in achieving their goals. Therefore, I would say a one-stop shop for these oil and gas companies that they want to come and operate out of Cyprus, it's of utmost importance at the current point. So policy is a priority. And within the policy, we're talking about infrastructures. International players, international companies, they're here to invest their money, to do exploration programs, to develop the fields. Therefore, they need a home base that our operations will be accommodated once and for all, without these previous problems that we have encountered last year with the Larnaca port and this year with the Limassol port. The companies need a steady base. Therefore, this is what we should aim, and this is our push towards the government and the ministries, that we have to accommodate these companies in the utmost professional manner. This is what makes the Cypriot services industry exceptional versus our competitors in the area, which is Malta or Egypt or other destinations that these companies can be serviced out from. So I would say that the policy is a priority right now. From there on, we have to follow through with the developments of every individual company and aim in attracting more corporations that will generate more income, more revenues, and more jobs for the Cyprus people.
So this is the aim of the association
Exactly.
that you are leading. Great. And one question that has to do with the current news: how do you believe the election of the new president in the United States will affect the Cyprus oil and gas sector? What is your prediction? What are your insights?
Well, apparently Mr. Trump, as a new president of the United States, is pro the oil and gas sector and the big independents, the big majors. And he's promoting the international interests of American corporations abroad by giving them ease of operation out of the US versus the previous government that was a little bit more reluctant with the shale gas, shale oil in the United States. I believe Donald Trump will push forward the liberalization of the market. I heard some comments that he's against the green energy initiative and the climate change initiative. I believe that the State Department will control this situation because it's a major issue worldwide. The climate change is very important. Therefore, we must continue investing heavily in green and renewable energies to take the black oil and the coal outside of the market and use renewable energies like the natural gas or LNG down the road for our industries, and more green energy, photovoltaic, solar, geothermal. All this combined can bring down the world temperature, I would say, by a few degrees, by 1 or 2 degrees, that the climate change problem will, at least for the time being, halted. Therefore, the policies of Mr. Trump should be in both directions. Develop the oil and gas industry internationally, compete fairly, and at the same time, sustain the environment.
Great. And what do you think are the main opportunities that where Cyprus can innovate in the new technologies and in the energy sector?
Well, we are an isolated island. We don't have the resources, and I mean resources like steel. We're not a manufacturing country, but we're a service country. Therefore, we can innovate in new technologies in software engineering correlated with the oil and gas sector. Therefore, we have highly skilled workers here and highly educated people that they can use Cyprus as a satellite for regional services. Either it's in the logistics business, therefore the infrastructure can be done electronically in our days, or writing new software codes for data mining, because all the innovation that comes in the oil and gas business is based on information. Either it's geophysical data, either it's seismic studies, or whatever kind of studies that the majors are doing during their exploration process and development phase. The software engineering, it's very, very high on the agenda. So therefore, a lot of investment and skill must go into this sector, which is a high-tech sector, I would say.
Great. So if you had like 2-3 main tips that you could give to entrepreneurs who want to succeed in today's economy, and especially in your sector, what would be your tips or the opportunities that you see for entrepreneurs?
Well, the world is growing, and especially in the oil and gas business, we anticipate by 2040 that the global demand will double. Mm-hmm. Therefore, we're talking about new opportunities in jobs, therefore engineering jobs, office jobs, financial jobs, anything that is related to the process of the oil and gas business. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I believe that Cyprus has many strategic advantages in this region that we're operating. We can do business in the Middle East, we can service Africa, we can service Europe. We're a European member state with all the benefit that can offer to all these surrounding countries. Therefore, the new skilled worker of Cyprus must identify the opportunities, chase the opportunities, create the dream, have a mission, establish, operate, hear the market and learn from the market. And I believe that the industry will be slowly built upon in the next few years with great results for everybody.
Great. So the potential is
huge.
It's huge. We
It's
just
huge.
need to realize it and have the vision and go for it. And a question that has to do with your investment and asset management background. What are the 2-3 main sectors that you believe people should be investing their funds today, according to your experience?
You're talking about Cyprus or internationally?
Let's say somebody from Cyprus is listening now and they would like to invest wisely.
Okay. Well, the two sectors that are booming currently is the pharmaceutical industry sector and biotechnology sector. The high-tech industries, it's expected that it will triple in the next 10 years. We're talking about sales of $8 trillion in sales in the high-tech industry. And of course, the oil and gas sector, because this sector is cyclical. It means that it has the downs and it has the ups. Therefore, now is the time for somebody that is looking to strategically position into new ideas to go into the oil and gas and the energy sector. Either it's renewable, storage, processing material. So these are all the industries that they're key plays today. So there is a lot of research to be done. There is a lot of bibliography to be studied by individuals that they wish to follow these industries. And also there is specialized investment advisors that you can easily consult with and get their ideas on a specific investment idea that you're interested in.
Great. And one final question that I ask all the guests, if you had one main insight to give to entrepreneurs to use to succeed in their life, in today's economy, from all your background and experience, what would that one main insight be?
Plant as many seeds as possible. The time will come that you will harvest. Not all your ideas will succeed, but if some of your ideas succeed, you will make it. So don't stop dreaming, go for it, start it up, get up there, chase your dream, and it will materialize. By sitting idle and feeling disappointed for A, B, C, D reason, because of the environment that we're living in, it won't take you anywhere. What I urge you is to look at the ideas, look of what other countries are doing, learn from other people like you with your beautiful seminars that you can educate people, you can coach people to look into new directions. And branding, for example, is one of the most important things in today's world. Therefore, they have to learn to get out of the closed world and open up to new ideas. Think internationally, act locally, but get outside of the small burdens that our country has been offering us all these years.
We live in a global economy.
We live in a global economy.
The opportunities are endless. Plant the seeds.
Exactly.
Great message. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for being with us here at the Entrepreneur
Thank you,
Insight.
Pavlina, and good luck with your upcoming conferences.
Thank you. You too. With the development of the oil and gas industry, I'm looking forward to see the developments in the next few years.
Thank you very much.